A bit more about how you went about getting work experience.
Yeah, I mean, literally, it was cold calling, and I know that everybody wants work experience, and I would love to give work experience to everybody, but it's such a huge entry point that it is highly competitive, and I think that I was lucky in that I phoned this Dolly magazine, and they said, okay, come in a couple of weeks. But I think I was lucky because I was tenacious.
Right.
You know, I wasn't sort of like hitting up the same magazine and nagging the hell out of them. I found everybody. I was very lucky that it was a magazine close to my interests that responded in the way that they did. But I mean, I was phoning every magazine. I was phoning business magazines, science magazines, local newspapers, as I said. And I think that it's really worth trying to be as broad as you can in getting that work experience, because funnily enough, when I did work experience at a local paper, I mean, it was, God, to call it paper, it was a pamphlet, honestly. I lived in such a small suburb. One of the cadet reporters there, as they're called in Australia, ended up being my first editor. So, so she was on her journey. She didn't want to be working at the Penrith Press, for God's sake. It was her first job. And she remembered me, didn't say, wow, you're hired, but you just never know who you're going to meet in those so-called less desirable jobs that will benefit you at another stage. So as much as everybody wants to do work experience at Glamour and Grazia and all those, there are other places where it can be hugely beneficial.
And when you're hiring someone, is work experience a big part of that for you?
In what way?
Do you look for that on a CV or?
Yes, obviously, but I mean particularly at junior level jobs. But I suppose what I'm looking for at those entry level jobs is evidence of that tenacity, evidence that somebody is not too proud to go and do an internship at, I don't know, Frog Weekly. Or whatever it is. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.